Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name is Michelle. I'm joined today with Kelly, and we're feeding our 23 penguins. Now, we have 20 adults and 3 juveniles, and the way that you can tell the juvenile penguins is the lack of the double black band across their chest. And you can see one right in front of me. That is D right there. The way I can tell is because of the coloration of her chest. It's all one color, whereas if you look at some of the other penguins next to her, they have that black band, that double black band, and that's indicative of an adult. Now, what's really nice about the juveniles is that most of all of our juveniles, we've had at least 10. We have 3 right now. They all have their new names. Let's see if Andy's going to eat that. Sometimes they just like to carry it around. There you go. Now, what I'm actually doing is keeping track of all the food that is getting fed out. Every day we do this. It's a process. We watch how much food each penguin is eating. Our penguins right now are in the migration mode, and that is why most of them are in the water. Now, these penguins did have an earlier feed around 9:30, and so not all of them are going to come up for their lunchtime. Some penguins missed out this morning, and some just have a really high metabolism like our youngsters and our juveniles. So right in front of Kelly right now, that is Gats. We have our little juvenile D over here. But if you note, yes, D, I said your name, huh? Now, we do work with these penguins, and so they are used to us, and so it's really nice that we're able to go around, and they have no fear of us. You can see Robbie is in the front just waiting. Sometimes we cater to them. We always cater to them. We know which way the penguins like their food to be given to them. Sometimes they want the head to the right. Sometimes they want the head to the left. If you've ever fed a 3-year-old, it's much like that, feeding a penguin. They are very picky on how they get food, and so we always want to make sure that we remember who's who and how things are going. Now, this is normal. Sometimes the older folks like to pick on the youngsters, and that's just in the normal colony. Now, we are a subset of the North American colony, and that just means that when we look at penguins as a whole, the Magellanic species in North America, we look at them as one big group. And so we can actually switch penguins depending on the need of the program, because we always want to make sure that the genetics of our penguins is the strongest. Now, coming up right now, that is Cleo. And the way that I can easily tell Cleo, number one is I've worked with Cleo since she was hatched, but I've also can tell by the bracelet that she wears on her left flipper. Now, that is indicative of only for her. Those colored beads are specialized just for her. So it's almost like a social security number. Those numbers are for Cleo for as long as she is on this planet. So her bead colors are brand new. Hers is gray, blue, brown, and that is how we will always realize it is her. Now, whatever is a special, she is our oldest penguin, and she is one of the few penguins that only like to eat capelin. And so we have a special bowl designated for her. We have some penguins that will eat capelin on off times, but for the most part, that is the only thing that she will eat. So I'm actually going to go off mic right now, see if we can get some more penguins up here. If you all have any questions, we do have some staff on the outside that would be happy to answer any of your questions.